What's up, everybody? This is Brian. We're gonna crack open today a draft box of Dominaria Remastered. So, we drafted this when it first came out, and it was really fun to go ahead and draft. I went ahead and I drafted Is It, and there are a couple cards. There's like a goblin one where you, however many spells you play, make that many goblins. There's a few things that are basically like for free. So I was able to go ahead and do that a few times, which was pretty fun. I want to say I ended up winning that draft too. Just like a little get together with some people, that type of draft, not at a store or anything. But this set is actually chock full of awesome stuff. So let's open it up. It does have one of those inserts, and this is one of those heavy-duty inserts too. And this is what, the Grim Lavamancer, and then it even has the draft archetypes in there, which is actually kind of cool. So it does have, let's see, yep, it has the Is It Storm. That's what I played. I also looked at Blink, but it wasn't there for me. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna open up some of these. All these remastered sets, power level a little bit higher than a normal draft set. Really fun to draft, and also really fun to open packs with all the tutors in here. Open up all these, but all the tutors, even force and negation. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. I was able to win that in the draft, but there's some really good stuff. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put this over here. We're going to go ahead, we're going to crack some of these packs. We'll kind of go through and we'll take a look at everything. I'm just going to toss these off to the side. This is a super fun set. Cloud of Fairies, that's right, that's one of the free ones. Man of War, definitely something that I drafted. Skirk Prospector, pretty awesome. There we go. Cycling with some of the lands. Mill card, add a colorless, create a token. Alright, so here's our first rare, Urza's Blueprints, Echo 6, and then you can go ahead and you can draw a card. And then we have Old Border, Chain Lightning, which is pretty cool. Make sure I'm centered here. So Chain Lightning, Old Border. So they do have Old Border in a lot of the things, and even the lands, and obviously I mean, a lot of people really like this Plains, but just the Old Border stuff like this is kind of cool that they're tossing back some of these remastered sets. I'm really looking forward to, oh boy, what is it, Ravnica Remastered, where we get some, might be able to have some shock lands. That looks super fun. So here's some in Impulse. Here we go. But Smoldering Crater, all those cycle lands, just cool to have. We'll keep going through. High Tide is another one that's amazing in a lot of decks. There's a full art version too in here that's awesome. Battle Screech, Treva's Ruins. Right, so it comes in, enters the battlefield, sacrifice it unless you control a non-layer land, and then return it to its owner's hand. Then we have Nantuko Shade, Old Border. And I remember having these in some M set. Oh yeah, and Counterspell. I mean, can't have enough of those. Then we do have our first foil, and then a swamp. Here we go, and I'll keep our rares off to the side here. Foils, just everything else. Yeah, I remember Nantuko Shade in one of the core sets. I remember having a lot of those. Sandstorm. This one cost could go ahead and wipe some stuff out. Got a lot of little things coming at you. This was a super fun draft. High power level. So it was kind of really fun. Juggernaut was a juggernaut draft. There we go, Tatiova. Squirrel's Nest, part of a combo, right? Congregate. Gains 2 life for each creature on the battlefield. It's pretty dope. And then Entomb. So we got Old Border Entomb. Pretty sweet. So cards like this in there. Ember Beast. Island. Token. So yeah, I'm hoping, obviously, for one of the tutors. Grape Shot. Oh yeah, Grape Shot was in the Storm deck too. Snap was in the Storm deck. Lots of awesome stuff. Street Wraith. Festering Goblin, Giant Spider, and everything. Of course they had to put that one in there, right? Here we go. We had a few of the double ones, right? The Stand and Deliver. Invigorating Boon. Sapperling Symbiosis. That's our rare. And then we have, oh nice, Swords to Plowshares. Always a good one to have. Old border, kind of cool. Then a foil. And then a plains and that. Alright, so we have no mythics yet. Oops. Why'd I put that there? There we go. So no mythics yet. Just a rare per pack. Nothing too crazy. Starting off with a Sandstorm again. Couple good commons. I mean, Entomb, amazing. Couple old borders. Frantic Search. Chain Lightning again. I don't mind getting a bunch of those. Wax and Wane. Mystic Enforcer. Cavern. Are those layers or need it for layers? Next instant or sorcery spell you cast this turn can't be countered and draw a card over master. That's pretty sweet. And then we have an old border Ovenize. And then a forest and a goblin. So just some of the old border. I mean, I feel like blue and old border and even the artifacts look fantastic. But I do love the way the blue ones look. Alright, so nothing crazy yet. Let's see if we can hit a couple here. Peregrine Drake, obviously lots of combos you can do with that guy. Veiled Serpent. Drifting Meadow. Alright, Lightning Rift. Good against cyclers. Nature's Lore. Dread Return. Alright, here's our first mythic, Nut Collector. And it is a mythic. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may create a 1/1 green squirrel creature token. And then Threshold. All squirrels get +2/+2 as long as you have 7 more cards in your graveyard. That's pretty cool. Old border mythic. Twisted Experiment. And a mountain. Just having the old border lands in here too are pretty sweet. It's cool to get enough to be able to use them. Undying Rage, Ovenize. I'm thinking back to the commons. Mind Stone. I did use Mind Stone a lot in the draft. And oh yeah, that's right. Quicksilver Dagger was one that I used in draft. I think I had 2 or 3 of those. There was just a lot that we were able to do. It was fun. Alright, Zur, the Enchanter. For a rare. Savannah Lions, old border. Werebear. Sapperling. Excuse me. And then a forest. Alright, so once again, nothing too crazy. Hoping for a forest or something. Peregrine Drake. Getting lots of the, commons that are usable. Dragon's Blood. Gem Palm Incinerator. Elvish Spirit Guide. Alright, obviously, this is actually one that I definitely want to go ahead and make sure I get a few copies of. And then, oh nice, that's right. They have this land cycle. I totally forgot. So it has the it comes in tapped unless you control an island or a mountain. That's what these called, the slow lands. And then Squirrel's Nest, old border. And then a mountain. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting a bunch of the Elvish Spirit Guides. Primal Boost. Empty the Warrens. So Empty the Warrens was another one that I basically used as a finisher. I was able to go ahead and do this a lot, where I'd go ahead and be able to cast this and then get a storm going. For everything that you cast, you go ahead and you get 2/1/1 red goblin creature tokens, which was pretty cool. So I was able to bounce a lot of stuff, then make a bunch of 1/1s, duress, and then kind of get in there. There we go, Deadwood Tree Folk, Chaos, and then, oh, nice. So second Entomb, so we have the old border, and then this is the full art. This one's actually pretty cool looking. So full art, search your library for a card, put that card into your graveyard, then shuffle. Pretty sweet. So that's a cool one. And then Terror, old border. I'll go ahead, I'll put some of these up this way. So I feel like that Entomb has been pretty sweet. So there's the Terror, there's an island. There's a card that does nothing. But the Terror art's pretty sweet. Alright, we still got a bunch to go. So far, those Entombs. Hey, having 2 Entombs, I'll take that. Pulse. Wild Dogs. Mishra's Factory. Confiscate. I had that in my deck too. That came in handy a lot. Invigorating Boon. And then, nice, Arborea. Old border. Creatures can't attack a player unless that player casts a spell. Puts a non-token permanent onto the battlefield during their last turn. And then we have Mystic Zealot. And one of those old border planes. Alright, then we got, kind of go through here. Hopefully we can get lots of Skirk Prospectors. Remote Isle. Rada. Pretty sweet. Gerard's Verdict. Target player discards 2 cards. You gain 3 life for each land card discarded this way. Not bad for 2. Wall of Junk. Woodland Cemetery. Sweet. Wild Dogs and a Swamp. So I'm cool with getting some of these lands. They're great for casual play. I know a lot of tournament decks, they like to use those the fast lands. Get them on there if you don't control whatever, if you have 2 or less lands. But I mean, those are pretty sweet, and I mean, great for Commander as well. If you got a bunch of colors, Goblin Matron, that's also awesome. Oh yeah, Ornithopter. Forgot that was in there too. Stand Deliver, Lightning Rift, Nature's Lore, Birds. Oh, that's right. Totally forgot about that. So, Birds of Paradise. Here's a full art version. I doubt, right, that you can have enough Birds of Paradise. That's a sweet one. And then Chainer's Edict. Here's a foil. That art's pretty sick. Evil Eye of Ormsbagor. Island. I probably missed a few foils that are in there, but so Birds of Paradise, pretty good pull. You can never have too many Birds of Paradise. I had them in standard when I original Innistrad. Oh, counterspell with werewolves, pacifism, giant spider, veiled serpent. All right, sawtooth loon, undead gladiator, recoil. All right, spinal embrace. That's the rare. I have to read that real quick. So can't cast this spell. Sorry, cast this spell only during combat. Untap target creature you don't control and gain control of it. It gains haste until end of turn. At the beginning of the next end step, sacrifice it. If you do, you gain life equal to its toughness. Alright, so not that great, right? Only cast it during combat. Get control of something. Gains haste, but then you have to sacrifice it. So I guess it's good because you can use it during combat. Then you have to sacrifice it and you can gain some life. I can see it. Good. Another Chain Lightning. I can see where it might come in handy. There's a Fire and Ice. What do we got? Ooh, that's cool. Cool full art. Denizen of the Deep. That's pretty cool. When it enters the battlefield, return each other creature you control to its owner's hand. Each other. So hopefully you don't have too many. Mogwar Marshal. Alright, come on. Come on, some tutors. A force. Would love 1 force. Counterspell. Hey, I'm going to get a playset of counterspells. Polluted Mire. Lull. Source of Plowshares. I mean, you can always use those. Valda, Keeper of the Flame. Tormod's Crypt, also a good one. There we go. Alright, so Pyre Zombie. So I really love those old dual, because it's like, I don't even know, it's like a gold-black border. Savannah Lions, Giant Spider for a foil. So Birds of Paradise, kind of in the Entombs, I think, are so far the best hits of this box. Nothing too crazy. Still a lot of packs left. Duress. Crop Rotation. Actually, I totally forgot this was in here too. I could definitely use a few more Crop Rotations. And then, alright, there we go. So, Speak of the Devil. So, we have our first tutor, Mystical Tutor. Search your library for an instant or sorcery card. Reveal it, shuffle, and put that card on top. And Old Porter Elvish Spirit Guide. I will take that as well. So this Mystical Tutor, definitely probably one of the better pulls right now. Take a Vampiric Tutor. Here's a good one too, Spark Spray. That has it has cycling, but deals 1 damage to any target, and it has some cycling. Oh yeah, Horseshoe Crab, Momentary Blink, the Mog, Tiana Ship's Caretaker. Oh, look at that. So even these uncommons, right? Those full arts just look sweet. Target player sacrifices a creature. And then Stroke of Genius is the rare. Target player draws X cards. Then we have Old Border Ornithopter, Spectral Lynx. I did get a few of the foil Old Border Ornithopters for Hammer deck from this set. Those old borders just really do look awesome. Lull, Mog, Mesa Enchantress, Necrosavant, Griffin Guide, and then Solkanar, the Swamp King. Whenever a player casts a black spell, you gain 1 life. Bobcat Swamp. Solkanar. I mean, it has Swamp Walk, but just think about that. It's like a what? So it costs 5 for a 5/5 Swamp Walk, and then you can gain some life. Crazy. Not that good. Hermetic Study. It's doing some non-blue things. Festering Goblin. Oh, I see something good at the back here. Spectral Lynx, Spite and Malice, Dedapult. So Stroke of Genius. That's a rare. Then we have an Impulse. And then we have a... that's pretty cool. Let's take a look at that. That is a full art foil Dark Depths. Now, in here, let me go ahead and get rid of the planes and stuff. So that's actually pretty sweet. So I do run Dark Depths deck. I probably already have 5 or 6. I do not have one of these though. I got the Old Border one. That's pretty cool looking. Now, it is a little hard to see, but it kind of fits the card, right? It kind of fits, where you can barely kind of make it out, and it looks like a dark, murky bottom. But that's pretty cool. I remember when this card was like $25. Just Dark Depths in general. That's pretty sweet. I'll put that over here. And it's Mythic 2 in this set. Yeah, I remember it was like 25 bucks. And then I had 4 of them. And then now it's come a long way down just because you can't use it in anything. But do have a Dark Depths deck. Oh, here we go. Juggernaut. And then we have Illusion and Reality. Fire Blast. Thran Golem. And then, awesome. So we did end up getting a Force of Will. That's right. So it's not even Force of Negation, right? So it's Force of Will. So you may pay 1 life, exile blue card from your hand rather than pay this spell's mana cost. Counter target spell. So Dread Return, Island. And then that's the card. So Force of Will is the big hitter here. right? So that's definitely going to be one. So that Dark Depths, sweet. Force of Will. Now kind of, hitting that Force of Will really kind of makes up for a lot of stuff. Now just getting that Birds of Paradise, the Entombs. We did get that one tutor. Let's see if we can go ahead and hit some more. I mean, we still have a decent amount of packs. It'd be sweet to get another one of those. It'd be sweet to get Vampiric Tutor. Just any of the tutors. I don't even think I have one of the white tutors. Rada, Flesh Eater, Voice of All. Glory. Put that right there. Then Lull. And the Forest. So Glory right there. But 2 Stroke of Geniuses. But definitely a good hit to get that Force of Will. So maybe there isn't a Force of Negation. Maybe I can't. I'm like really thinking right now. Maybe. Oh, it's not showing you. So maybe Force of Will is the blue one. I can't even remember now. Deep Analysis. Vigilant Sentry. Jarrett's Verdict. Wall of Junk. Sawtooth. And then we have Joe Rael. That's pretty sweet. Legendary Creature. Human Druid. Good with cats. And then, oh, that's really cool. So, Old Border Counterspell. I could probably use that Old Border Counterspell in a couple places. Peregrine Drake. Empty Warrants, but if you guys haven't, let's get Obsessive Search. If you guys haven't drafted with a set yet, it was one of the more fun ones to draft. And then, sweet, good, crop rotation. And then, nice. So, full art, Hunting Grounds. So I'll take another crop rotation. That makes 2 of those. A full art Hunting Grounds is pretty sweet. And then, oh nice, an Old Border Rada. But Hunting Grounds, still pretty crazy to me. In the right deck, it's pretty sweet. As long as 7 more cards are in your graveyard, it has whenever an opponent casts a spell, you may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. Right? As long as 7 or more cards are in your graveyard. I feel like there's lots of things, right? I mean, you go ahead, get some cycling. Just cycling and big creatures. Just something. Board wipe. I mean, that happens a lot. Then you can just put them on there. It's pretty crazy. Another counterspell. Good. Pacifism. Like I said, I'll take any and all counterspells. Gamekeeper. Oh, that's sweet. Rada. Oh, don't want this to. I might have to make another pile here, actually. That full art Rada is actually really sweet. Like that one. Then we have Arcanus, the Omnipotent. So what's funny was I won a game with him out and was able to draw like 9 cards to go ahead and get the win. I got him out. He could not get rid of them. And the 3 pips. Oh, nice. And a foil Shivan Dragon. That's pretty sweet. I remember playing with him back in the day. My red-white dragons deck. But Arcanus, the Omnipotent, like when he got out and just couldn't be taken care of, the 3 blue pips were a pain. I remember I couldn't play him on the turn that I wanted to because I had to wait, and then I finally pulled that last blue land. But then once he was out there, another counterspell, and couldn't get rid of him, kind of basically is like game over. Just puts me over the top. So able to draw a bunch of cards. Another Fire Ice. Not too bad with those pitch elementals. Alright. Umbilicus. Okay, at the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player may pay 2 life. If they don't, they return a permanent they control to its owner's hands. Oh, so that's pretty sweet. Just a way to paint them. Alright, Juggernaut. Swamp. Alright, we still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, seems like I always forget, like this. I don't know how many's in here. Is it like 30, 30, 32? Can't even remember. I'm pumped we got that Force of Will. I would love another Force. Alright, there we go. Got another Chain Lightning. Sarah Angel. Good old Sarah Angel. Recoil. A Lair. And, alright, we got an Enlightened Tutor. And I was just saying earlier, I do not have an Enlightened Tutor. Search your library for an artifact or enchantment card. Reveal it. Shuffle and put that card on top. An Ornithopter, an Island. But yeah, Enlightened Tutor, Old Border. Got some spots for that, right? So as of right now, that Force of Will, sitting pretty. We did get 2 of the tutors. Missing the Vampiric. That would be amazing to go ahead and try to get one of those too. I would be okay with that. Or I'd be okay with another Force of Will. Oh, Gamble. Oh, Old Border Peregrine Drake. So I forgot Gamble was in here too. So search your library for a card, put that card into your hand, then discard a card at random. Shuffle after. Certainly is a gamble. But even with a deck like Corvold or something you're having a bunch of cards, it might not matter too much. Basically just get something in your hand almost for free, just for one. That art. All goblins +1/+1. There's zombies in black. Dragon Whelp. And then sweet, alright, another Birds of Paradise once again. And it's that pool one, right? Iconic. Flame Tongue Kavu. Lull. Like I said, I'm also sure I've missed a bunch of foils I didn't put in this pile. But yeah, Birds of Paradise can't have enough. Any commander deck that runs green, you're running it. The decks that need it to go ahead and go fast, you're probably running 4. Budemeyer, Lull, Dragon's Blood, Gempalm, Incinerator, and then Opposition, Old Border, tap a creature you control, an untapped creature you control, tap target artifact, creature, or land. So that's pretty cool because you can do that just whenever for however many times. Aquamoeba, and then nice Triskelion, Old Border foil. That's pretty cool. Little nick in this left hand corner right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. There it is. Triskelion, man, remember that was the bee's knees. Enters the battlefield with 3+1/+1 counters. You can remove a counter from it. It deals 1 damage to any target. But opposition is pretty cool too. With the birds, we got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got like 7 packs left. I'm hoping for another tutor. Obviously, another Force will be banger, but I'm only expecting one of those. But let's see what we get here. Break Asunder, another Sarah's Angel, Gamekeeper, and then Sulfuric Vortex. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, it deals 2 damage to that player. If a player would gain life, that player gains no life instead. That's a pretty good one. And then Street Wraith. Sweet. So I'm also building right now. I got it right here from the new Ixalan set. So I want to build Oger. And so I feel like this would be a good card to put in there. I'd be okay with that. Anything that's passive where I play it and it just keeps dealing damage and I can build that up. And it stops people from gaining life. I'm alright with that. Twist Experiment, Primal Boost, Terror, Mason Challenge, another Elvis Spirit Guide. I think that makes 3. Griffin Guide, Windborn Muse. Creatures can't attack you unless their controller pays 2 for each creature they control that's attacking you. Mindstone, Old Border, and the Forest. Alright, so Windborn Muse, not that great. Maybe once upon a time. Alright, next pack, Hermetic Study, Savannah Lions. Alright, Vigilant, Deep Analysis, Dragon Whelp, Crusade, The Lair, and then Body Snatcher. Enters the battlefield, exile it unless you discard a card. When it dies, exile it. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. That's kind of cool. Then Spirit Monger. And we do have a foil. It's just a Radiant's Judgment. But I don't think I've opened the Body Snatcher before. Alright, let's see. We got 4 packs left. Grape Shot, Snap. Take all these things. Even Fisher. I did have that. A lot of things. Smoldering Crater, Necro Savant. Illusion Reality. Thran Golem. Helm of Awakening. Spells cost 1 less to cast. Not bad. Ridgetop Raptor. So, Helm of Awakening, that old border. That art's really sweet. Spells cost 1 less to cast. And that is for everybody. Right? That's global. Just spells. Lightning Reflexes. Last 3, Oromancer. Dragon Engine. Phyrexian Ravager. Slice and Dice. Deals 4 damage to each creature. Nice, that's actually pretty cool because if you cycle it, deals 1 damage to each creature, and with that other commander, it would deal 4 if he's out and he's not bumped. Alright, Cryptic Gateway. That's pretty cool. Frantic Search, old border. Cryptic Gateway. Tap 2 untapped creatures you control. You may put a creature card from your hand that shares a creature type with it. With each creature tapped this way onto the battlefield. That's pretty cool. But for 5 and to tap 2 things, right? So I mean, at that point, isn't it just worth just like playing it? I don't know. If it's out there, or you can cheat that out there, I guess I could see it being good. Howl from Beyond, Stonewood, Fire Blast, High Tide, good. Got 2 of those. Battle Screech, nice. All right, so here's another mythic. Time Stretch for 10. That is costly, but when you see 8, 9, 10, and then target player takes 2 extra turns after this one, if you can resolve this, having 2 extra turns, it's a pretty good. And then we do have a foil, but 2 extra turns is a pretty good advantage. So that's another cool one. Oh, I don't know why I put the Shivan Dragon here. But yeah, it's a pretty good advantage. Alright, so this is the last pack. After taking a look at some of this, we started off pretty slow. And we went on a tear. Oh, nice. Now there's Old Border Street Wraith. We went on a tear with the Force of Will, the Dark Depths. We did end up getting the Time Stretch. We got 2 of the search cards, where you get to look for some of the tutors. Obsessive Search, Solar Blast. Let's see what we end on here. Get a little bit of luck. A little bit of luck. Isolated Chapel. So nothing super crazy. Alright. So, all in all, the Entombs, a lot of really good of the old border. And then also some really cool extended border. That extended border foil Dark Depths is really cool. It's going to find its way in something. Just all the Birds of Paradise. Even the extended art version. Pretty sweet with the time stretch. But obviously the pull of the box was definitely the Force of Will. If you pull one of these in one of these boxes, they really, it's the big hit. Right? Force of Will. Now, I mean, I love the old border ones, but obviously this will find a spot in something. As I believe I have 2 or 3 of the old border ones, as I'm trying to collect 4. But this is definitely the big hitter. But with all the tutors, this set was really fantastic. It's fun to draft. It's got old borders. It's got extended. There's lots of cool things that you can pull. High powered, I felt. And there's lots of cool ways that you kind of approach the draft. But in the land cycle's cool. There's all sorts of stuff. The rare land cycle. But I hope everybody liked this video. That was super fun opening this. I hope to do some more videos in the future. Got a couple things that I got kind of lined up here. But that was super fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And hopefully I'll see you guys soon. Thanks. Like and follow. Bye, everybody.